All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for being here. My name is Paula Shapiro. I am the section director and chief counsel of the section of Civil Rights and Social Justice. I am joined today by our associate director, Alli Kielsgard, our managing editor of our award-winning human rights magazine, Melissa Hodek, and our new chair, who we're so excited to welcome, Lacy Durham. Today, we're going to go and talk a little bit about how to get involved in our section, what we do, welcoming you to the new bar year. And so I will turn it over to Lacy to begin. Thanks for being here, Al.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Let me be the first to tell you how excited I am about chairing the section of Civil Rights and Social Justice. Today, I'm just going to go through a little bit about the section, what we do, how we do it, and hopefully how you can get involved and hopefully leave you with some excitement and enthusiasm to join the section and get involved. Now, first, turning to a little bit about CRSJ. Our section is a very robust section and we have a long history. We were created in 1966, and the section of Civil Rights and Social Justice really provides leadership within the ABA and the overall legal profession. Our responsibility is protecting and advancing human rights, civil liberties, and social justice. Now, as you can imagine, the subject matter and topics that fall under civil rights and social justice is long, it's exhaustive, but that's why we're here. The following groups comprise the leadership of the section. Our section is made up of section council and the executive committee. We have 21 substantive committees, 21. That is a lot of committees that do the work of the section and bring forth fantastic programming to ensure that everyone is informed. We also have several liaisons to other ABA entities, as well as numerous section projects and initiatives that we hope you become familiar with, as well as operational and council committees to ensure the work of the section continues to run smoothly. Now, I want to introduce you quickly to our executive committee for the year. Myself, Lacy Durham. We also have Mario Sullivan, who is the chair-elect, Paul Smith, who is the vice chair and who will ultimately ascend to chair-elect next year. Also, Dr. Cynthia Swan, who will be serving as our secretary, Mark Shipman and Wendy Mariner, who are both of our astute section delegates that are responsible for putting forth our policy and bringing forth resolutions, as well as Michelle Philo, who is our budget officer, and Robin Runge, our immediate past chair. Now that you know a little bit about our section officers, what I'd love to do is talk to you a little bit more about the 2024-2025 bar year. I'm so excited this year that our theme is Advancing Civil Rights and Social Justice, a call to action. This is a powerful reminder of our mission to continue to address a broad range of civil rights and civil liberties and international human rights. I'll tell you that this call to action is so important now more than ever with everything that is going on. I also want to talk to you in terms of our upcoming and ongoing initiatives and how we will frame our theme of advancing civil rights and social justice, this call to action. One of the things that I'm most excited about is our continuation of our CRSJ chair chats. We're going to continue on a bi-weekly basis, bring in experts in relevant areas of civil rights and social justice, and continue to address hot topic issues every other week. It's important that you tune into those. You can find those on our YouTube channel. Also, I want to briefly mention our Perfecting Democracy initiative. This initiative seeks to ensure fair elections and uphold the principles of due process and equal protection under the law. We know that this is a monumental year for us, and it's going to take all hands on deck to be able to ensure transparency in election, fairness, and integrity in order to protect the democratic process. There's going to be several different areas for you to join in, even volunteer, education, not only for lawyers, but also for the public. So I invite you to tune in and become a part of this initiative in some way. I also want to mention our Civil Rights Lawyer Boot Camp. Our inaugural boot camp will be virtual. It is a multi-year training program really aimed at educating and equipping aspiring civil rights and social justice advocates at all stages, whether you are a law student, a young lawyer, or a lawyer with an existing practice that wants to shift and do more civil rights and social justice advocacy work. We hope to provide practical insight and tools needed to advance important issues in this area. Some of the things that we hope to tackle are things such as how do you balance an existing career, but also get into civil rights and social justice? What does the practice of civil rights really look like? How to balance such if you're in different areas, such as a rural area versus a large city. So I hope that you will tune in and learn about more how you can get involved in this boot camp. And hopefully we will get some new practitioners to carry on the rich legacy of the work that we do in this section. Now, I also want to share with you some upcoming meetings. There's no shortage of things for you to get involved with, whether it's in person or virtually. We have our upcoming fall meeting that's highlighted here. That's going to be held October 11th, 2024. We also have an upcoming virtual summit where we're going to highlight several issues around disaster resiliency and election protection and the intersection of AI. We're doing that in partnership and collaboration this year with the state and local government section, the Young Lawyers Division, and of course, our section. That virtual summit will be held October 15th through 17th, 2024. Be on the lookout for registration information. I also want to share with you something that I'm super proud about, our Environmental Justice Symposium that will be held November 14th through 15th in Washington, D.C. at Howard University. We're doing this symposium in conjunction with the section on environmental, the CERS section. We are excited to have a in-person educational component and public service of that, as well as a one-day substantive subject to tackle very important issues around environmental and energy justice. Now, that's a lot for the fall, in addition to all of our substantive initiatives and programming and webinars that we will be doing. But also, the fall, I want to share with you that we'll be having our mid-year meeting virtually, January 23rd through 24th, as well as we will be meeting at the mid-year meeting. A cohort of us will be meeting there January the 3rd through February the 30th in Phoenix, Arizona. We hope that you will be able to come out to that meeting. I want to also highlight two additional meetings. We are having an in-person joint spring meeting, April 24th through 27th in San Juan, Puerto Rico, where we hope to connect with the local bar association and learn more about important civil rights issues that impact Puerto Rico, and more importantly, what we can do as lawyers to help advance those issues. And finally, we will round out our year in Toronto, up in Canada, August the 6th through 12th, 2025. I hope that you all can schedule these meetings ahead of time and plan to be in attendance or participate in some type of way. All right. Now that you know a little bit about what we plan to do for the year and some of our initiatives, I want to share a little bit more about our section's substantive committees. We mentioned that we had over 20 committees. These committees are truly our lifeblood. It's where we get all of our work done. Our committees are responsible for a plethora of activities, including producing content, webinars, writing. I submit to you that this is one of the easiest and best ways to get involved because there's something here for everyone. As you can see, Our committees are divided into respective divisions. We do have 5 divisions within the section. Each committee provides a unique opportunity to not only network with additional legal advocates and practitioners, but also do so in a meaningful way. Again, whether you are interested in hosting a webinar, maybe you are interested in putting forth an expert for a chair chat, drafting a paper, assisting with policy, all of these things comes out of our divisions. You see here the different divisions and the committees within the section. I encourage you to go in, sign up for one or more of them, and really find out how you can contribute in a substantive and impactful manner. Now, another portion, significant portion of our section are our leaders who are section liaisons. The CRSJ section is home to liaisons to other ABA entities that complement our mission. We find that in the ABA, there are a lot of different groups and a lot of different people have some overlapping interests. This is where our liaisons really come in. They have the opportunity to be that voice from the other section form or division back to the section of civil rights and social justice. We have some section form and division liaisons, some liaisons that are really our lifeline and our connection to specific task force and standing committees within the ABA, as well as our plethora of centers, councils, and commissions and special projects of the ABA. Again, because there's so much interconnectivity here, we really rely on our liaisons to be our ears and our boots on the ground and share the wonderful information that other entities within the ABA are doing and help us figure out how we can best collaborate with them and really elevate those issues that have a civil rights and social justice impact. This is the great part. We get to talk a little bit more about some of our projects and initiatives. And some of these I've mentioned briefly, but I would be remiss if I didn't go into a little bit more detail. We house numerous projects and initiatives that really seek to help build momentum within the legal profession around these areas. I cannot talk about perfecting democracy enough. It is very important this year that we are all hands on deck and everyone takes a strong position in order to safeguard the democratic process. I've talked about the chair chats that we're going to be doing around this, but also partnering with community organizations that share the same mission and vision, as well as other entities within the ABA. So, Perfecting Democracy, please be on the lookout. Check out our landing page around Perfecting Democracy and share this information broadly with your network. There's opportunities for you as lawyers to get involved in the process through poll worker Esquire the day of, opportunities for you to share information that is readily available for the public as well in order to provide a basis of education there. I also mentioned our Environmental Justice Symposium earlier this year. It is a signature issue of ours this year to highlight and talk about some of the more pressing issues around environmental justice as our environmental landscape continues to change. We're starting to see how environmental justice and civil rights issues impact all of us, whether you're in Texas like me, where it's blistering and hot all the time, or even in Washington, D.C., and some of the other issues that we have seen in terms of clean water, et cetera. So there is something there again for everyone. I also mentioned our chair chats where we're going to have special guests to discuss strategies and experts for tackling issues and highlighting issues that we may not all be very familiar with. We also have a policy implementation initiative where we take the great policy that we have passed over time and policy that is very aligned and adjacent to us and figure out, working in conjunction, how we can actually implement it for day-to-day practitioners. I'd also be remiss if I did not mention two of our other special initiatives, the Death Penalty Due Process Review Project, as well as the Reproductive Rights Initiatives. We're doing amazing work in this space, and I want to continue to highlight these fantastic efforts for people to get involved with and for you to share within your network. Ooh, all right, our Human Rights Magazine. We have our foremost expert on the line today that I will give the opportunity to share more about the Human Rights Magazine. I will just personally say before I turn it over to Melissa, it is one of the signature publications of the ABA. And for it to come from the Civil Rights and Social Justice section, I take great pride in this publication. It is the editorial board is absolutely fantastic and it has such robust and great information in it. So I'm going to stop and turn it over to Melissa to share with you more about the Human Rights Magazine.
Thank you, Lacy. And I would like to just echo your sentiments that I believe Human Rights Magazine is the best magazine published by the American Bar Association. And I know I'm partial because I'm the editor, but the content we produce is timely and important, and working with the editorial board is so rewarding. There are many ways to get involved with the magazine. You can write for us, you can sit in on an editorial board meeting, and you can join the editorial board. To create the magazine, I work with a magazine editorial board chair. We have an editorial board of about 10 members. They're all civil rights and social justice members. And we plan our quarterly magazines. For a sneak peek this year coming up, we have an environmental justice issue that should be publishing later this month, and that will tie into the Environmental Justice Symposium happening in November. We also have issues focused on disability rights, anti-Semitism, combating Islamophobia. So we work really hard to make sure our content is timely, and it's always important. We get many senators, Congress people to write for our magazine, so lots of strong voices are included. So I encourage you to reach out to me if you have any interest in getting involved. If you have any article ideas or theme ideas, we'd love to hear from you. Another way that we create the magazine is to team up with committees. So if you do decide to join a committee, there's a strong chance we'll be working together on a themed issue based on your substantive committee work. So I look forward to hearing from you, and thank you, Lacy. Oh, and you're still muted, Lacy.
Thank you so much, Melissa. I appreciate all the hard work that you're doing in this effort to continue to keep us on the cutting edge and provide a fantastic publication. So finally, one of the things that I also want to share with you about leadership opportunities, I hope that throughout this you have picked up on some key ways in which you can be involved. But if it wasn't clear, I want to make it very clear now. Several ways to get into leadership, to actually contribute, to advance the mission of the section. You can produce and attend webinars, articles, or more. You don't have to go at it alone. You can do it in conjunction with other members, other professionals or experts in the field. There is opportunity for that. One of the ways that I found that it was easiest to get involved with the section and really get my feet wet, ground myself, was to organize and participate as a panelist or a moderator. I remember this was something that I did as a young lawyer. I always volunteered to be the moderator because I got a chance to be in direct contact with the experts who were panelists and really help build my network that way and learn more about the subject matter area. Again, I cannot say enough about our committee work. They produce standalone projects or initiatives supporting the mission of the section. I certainly there is something special about our committee work. I am always personally in awe of everything that they do and how they do it. But as the saying goes, when you have a small group of determined people, the sky is the limit. And so of those 20 plus committees there, please take a look and figure out where you would like to spend some time and just jump in. We're always looking for fresh ideas, fresh perspectives. We value diversity of experience, diversity of practice as well. So think about that. Also, as Melissa mentioned, you can write for the Human Rights Magazine. Listen, I consider it a badge of honor to have something published in that magazine. And so, if that is a goal of yours, I really encourage you to reach out to see what you can do in that space. And, as I mentioned before, advocating for the implementation of our policy that we pass, as well as helping draft resolutions that we can actually take to the ABA House of Delegates to get passed so that it can become policy. And so, if any of these things resonate with you, please don't hesitate to reach out. If there is something that you're interested in that you don't see here, I also encourage you to reach out in that manner too, because we can align you with something based on your strengths. I am very much a strengths-based leader. I don't believe in giving people something that is not a good fit for them. And so if you think you may be interested in something, we have a fantastic team of people waiting to receive your request to get placed somewhere. Next slide, Alli. All right. Listen, here we have some testimonials. I won't read those to you. What I will tell you is that joining the section of civil rights and social justice has certainly been transformational for me personally. I will share a little bit about my background that I didn't share earlier because I wanted to save it for here. I mentioned who I am, but what I didn't tell you is that in my day job, I am a tax attorney that specializes in ERISA. That has absolutely nothing to do with civil rights and social justice on its face. But I will tell you that I have grown up and found my way to this section because I have a passion for additional work that impacts people in society every day. And at the fundamental crux of my passion and my purpose is protecting civil rights and civil liberties for all of society. And so I thought this would be a great compliment to somebody who is an everyday tax attorney, ERISA professional, to get involved with a core group of like-minded individuals who are just as passionate about protecting civil rights and advocating for social justice issues as me. I'm so glad that I found my way to the section because it truly has been transformational. I believe in what we do. Hence, I have jumped in line for leadership and get the wonderful opportunity to chair. I think what I value the most about the section is that not only are you working with people who have the same common goal to protect civil rights and advance social justice issues, but this is really a good group of people who are committed to doing right. And so, if any of that resonates with you, either what you see here from our council member, Rula Alush, or even Juan Thomas, our past chair, I really encourage you to join, to reach out, and more importantly, to just stay in contact with us so that we can help you find your way and navigate the section. So I know we're getting to a close here, and so I do want to invite you to join us on our social media channels. You can find us on X, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and all of our work and content resides on YouTube. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us if there's anything that we can do. If you have any questions, please feel free to email us at CRSJ@americanbar.org. I highly encourage you to join the section if you're not already a member. And we have fantastic staff here that can help you get oriented. If I can ever be of a resource, if you just want to talk things through, please don't hesitate to reach out to me as well. I am looking forward to having a fantastic year and really pushing the needle forward in advancing civil rights and social justice. And I hope that you all will join me in answering the call to action.
Thank you so much, everybody. Guys, great job.